Hey everybody, this is What's Up with Giancarlo. I'm Mr. Giancarlo and welcome back. Yeah, Mr. Giancarlo, woo, yeah, we love his videos, woo. Alright, so today we've got topic 7, lesson 7, solve unit rate problems. Woohoo, this is a good one. So example 1, solve constant speed problems. The jet flies at a constant speed. Constant speed means that the speed stays the same over time. Okay? So over whatever time that you're going through, it will be the same speed the entire time. If the jet continues to fly at the same rate, how far could it fly in 85 minutes? Well, it says here the jet flies 175 miles in 7 minutes. Okay? So the way I like to do this is by writing down your rate first. So let's write our rate. We've got 175 over 7. Okay? So it is a rate because it's miles to minutes. Those are two unlike units. Okay? Now that we have our rate, we have to find our unit rate. So that is whatever measurement to 1 unit. Okay? So that would have the 1 unit on the bottom. So what do we do here? How do we get a 1 on the bottom? We will divide by, not 2, not 2. We will divide by 7. Okay? 7 divided by 7 will be 1. And if we're going to divide the bottom by 7, what do we do to the top? The same exact thing. Okay? So when we do that, it will end up equaling 175 divided by 7 is 25. Okay? And then 7 divided by 7 is 1. Now that we have our unit rate, we can solve our problem. So if the jet continues to fly at the same rate, how far could it fly in 85 minutes? Well, we need the bottom, which is minutes, to be 85. How do we get there? We multiply by 85. Simple as that. And if we multiply the bottom by 85, we multiply the top by 85 as well. Okay? And when we do that, we end up getting 2,125 miles to 1 times 85, 85 minutes. Okay? So this jet will fly 2,125 miles in 85 minutes. Cool, cool, cool. So they do it by using a table. I'm not the biggest fan, but whatever floats your boat. Let's go. I think there's another way that they show you. And here it is. You take the rate, you find your unit rate, and then you multiply them both by 85. That's the way I taught you. Bada bing, bada boom. Little check mark. All right? So let's look at example 2. Example 2, solve unit price problems. Okay? Grocery Giant is having a sale on Swiss cheese. How much would it cost to buy 5 slices of cheese at the same rate? Well, a unit price is when the price is on top and you're trying to find the price of 1 unit. That is a unit price. So to solve this here, we take $7.20. Let's put it back in black font. $7.20 over 24. Okay? So to find a unit price, we need the bottom to be 1 unit. So what would we do? Divide the bottom by 24. And if we divide the bottom by 24, we must divide the top by 24. What will that equal? It will equal 30 cents for 1 slice of cheese. So every slice of cheese will be 30 cents. Now that we have the unit rate, to one slice. Now that we have our unit rate, we can find out how much 5 slices of cheese will cost. Okay? And how do we do that? We multiply the 1. We multiply the 1 by, oh, it didn't change. I want to go to blue now. Go to blue. There it is. Okay, we multiply by 5, the top and bottom. And that will equal, we'll go to black now. It will equal 30 cents times 5 is $1.50. And that is for 5 slices. So our answer would be $1.50. You guys can pause and take all the notes you want. All right? Let's move on. Example 2. Try it. Go ahead, pause the video. Give you guys a couple seconds. That is your time. Now let's get into this. So Jared paid $13.80 for 5 tickets to the game. At the same rate, how much would 3 tickets cost? First things first, let's write down our unit. Let's write down our rate. So our rate would be $13.80 to 5 tickets. Now we have to find the unit rate, or the unit price. The unit price would be when the denominator is 1. How do we do that? Divide by 5. When we divide 13.80 by 5, we will end up getting 2.76. So that will be, green, $2.76 for 1 ticket. Now that we have this unit price, we can find out how much it will cost for 3 tickets. Okay, and how do we do that? We multiply the bottom by 3, and since we multiply the bottom by 3, we multiply the top by 3. Okay, and that will equal $8.28. And that will be for 3 tickets. So your answer, they're asking you how much would 3 tickets cost. Your answer would be $8.28. Everybody knows the rules. If you've got any questions, get in the comments. Let's move on. Oh, went backwards. Oops. All right. Example 3. Use an equation to represent unit rate problems. A ferry boat travels at a constant speed of 57.5 miles for 2.5 hours. How long would it take the ferry boat to travel 92 miles at that rate? So, every single time, first things first, write down your rate. So we have 57.5 to 2.5. Next, find your unit rate. What do? Make the denominator a 1, so we divide by the denominator. So do the same thing to the numerator. That will equal 23 over 1. Now that we have our unit rate, we know how fast the ferry boat travels every hour. It goes 23 miles per hour. They want to know how long it would take the ferry boat to go 92 miles. Okay? So we have to write an equation. So 92 miles will equal 23 times t, where t stands for the amount of time it takes to get there. So we will solve for t. This is a regular equation. It'll be a one-step equation. To get the variable all alone, you must do the opposite of what you see in the problem. So I see this 23 multiplying by t. So what's the opposite of multiplication? You got it. It's division. So I'm going to divide this side by 23, and I'm going to divide this side by 23. Okay? 92 divided by 23, let's switch up the colors because why not, is 4. And that will equal, the 23 divided by 23 is 1, and that just leaves t all alone. 1t, t, whatever. You don't have to put the 1. It's an imaginary 1 right there. We're all good. All right. Over here, they switch sides. You're more than welcome to do that. T equals 4. Cool, cool, cool. So if you take your calculator real quick and plug in 4 for t, you do 23 times 4, and you'll end up getting 92 equals 92. That's a little way to check your work and check yourself. All right? You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Am I right? Yeah, you guys are probably going to make fun of me for that one. Whatever. All right. Now, all we have left to do is the last try it. Give you guys a couple seconds of pauses so you can work on it on your own if you'd like to. Worst comes to worst, you work alongside me and take notes. All right? All right. Hopefully you paused it by then, because now it's time to go over it. We've got a submarine travels 19 miles in 1/2 hour. Write an equation to find out how long it would take the submarine to travel 57 miles at the same rate. Then find the time. Okay. First things first, write down your rate. We've got 19 to 0.5. Okay? How do we get our unit rate, which is what we need? We get the denominator to be 1. So we would divide this by 0.5. We would then do the same thing to the numerator. So 19 divided by 0.5 is 38. And then 0.5 divided by 0.5 is 1. Now that we have our unit rate, we know they go 38. The submarine goes 38 miles in 1 hour. So let's write our equation out. We want to know how far it goes, 57 miles. And then that's going to equal 38 times t. Okay? So now from here, this is a one-step equation. We need to solve for t. We do the opposite of what we see in the problem to get the variable all by itself. So I see 38t. They are connected. That means multiplication. So I will solve by division. So let's work this out. 38 divided by t. Lies. 38t divided by 38, and then 57 divided by 38. So 38 divided by 38 is 1, so we are left with t, 1t, or just t on the right side, and then 57 divided by 38 is 1.5. Okay? Once again, you can write it t equals 1.5. It is the same thing. It does not matter. All right? Key concepts, take a look at it. But this last slide marks the end of the video. All right? So, we're all done with this lesson. Cool, cool, cool. All right, class. Time to sign off. And everybody knows if you're watching the video, you're part of the class. See you next time, everybody.